This time I will show you how to bind off stitches and at the same time join two knitted pieces together. For this I will be using the third needle. Here I have two needles with equal number of stitches in each. These are my swatches of stockinette stitch which I'm going to bind off together. To begin, hold these two needles parallel together in your left hand with the right sides of the knitting facing each other. So I'm going to bind off these two pieces with the right sides of the fabric together. When you bind off, you can work with the working yarn of either swatch. As you can see here, for demonstration, I made my swatches of two different colors. And I'm going to work with the yarn that attached to the knitted piece closer to me. As an option, you can use an additional yarn for joining. I'll be working with the third needle, which is my working needle. To begin, insert the working needle through the first stitch on the needle that is closer to you. Like you begin to knit, I will be working through back leg of loops. Then pass needle through the first stage of the second needle. Take the working yarn and pull through two loops. Drop both stitches of the left hand needles. Here we have one stitch on the working needle. Continue, repeat again. Insert the working needle through the next stitch of the first needle, then through the next stitch of the second needle. Knit them together, take the yarn and pull through two. And drop both stitches of the needles. Now slip two loops on the working needle back onto the first needle. Insert the working needle through the first stitch, take the second one and pull through the first one. Continue, insert the needle through the stitch on the first needle, then through the stitch on the second needle. Take the yarn, pull it through, drop two loops, then slip two loops on the working needle back onto the main needle and pull the second stitch through the first one. Repeat, insert the needle through the stitch on the first needle, then through the stitch on the second needle, take the yarn, pull it through, drop two loops. Then from the working needle, slip two loops back onto the first main needle and pull the second loop through the first one. Work in this way till the last loop remains on the working needle. Again, knit two stitches together, taking one stitch from each needle. Then slip two loops back onto the first needle and pull the second loop through the first one. Again, knit two stitches on both needles together. Then two stitches on the working needle, go back to the first main needle and pull the second loop through the first one. Knit two together. Slip two stitches and pull the second through the first one. Each stitch is the result of knitting together one stitch from each needle. Again, slip two and pull the second through the first one. Work the same. Knit two together, taking one stitch from each needle, then slip two stitches back onto the main needle and pull the second stitch through the first one. Continue this way till the end. Work until you have all your stitches bound off. Again, knit two together, slip two stitches back and pull the second through the first one. Here I have three stitches on each needle. Continue, knit two together, slip two stitches back and pull the second stitch through the first one. Knit two together. I'm working knit stitches into the back leg of loops, slip two stitches back and pull the second through the first one. and bind off the last stitch. Knit 2 together. We don't need one needle anymore. Now slip 2 stitches back onto the main needle and pull the second stitch through the first one. Here we have one loop. Cut the yarn and pull this loop all the way through the stitch to secure. Here on the front we have nice ending. On the back it looks like this. Here between my 2 knitted pieces I have a nice braid joining. And on the right side of my work we cannot see this bind off join row. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.